Greetings of peace and love. You see, I'm a light worker, indeed, but I'm from the hood. And I've seen a lot of hood shit. I've seen a lot of ghetto shit. You see, it's a reason why you incarnate into the situation that you incarnate into. And I incarnated into the hood. I incarnated amongst poverty-stricken minds. I incarnated amongst people that were sick. People that were sick. And I'm not gonna lie. When I became conscious, when I first became enlightened, I used to always ask myself, why? Why was I born in this situation where I'm around all of this lower energy? Even as a kid, I always knew that it was something higher for me. Like my vibration was higher than my environment and my surroundings. And I always ask myself, why? Why do I have to see all of this bullshit that goes on in the hood? That goes on in the hood. I'm talking about the violence, the families falling out with each other, the drugs being sold, the uncles that are crackheads, the uncle that's molesting the daughter. Why did I have to be born into and see things like that? Such dark things. Such dark things that you experience being born in the hood. And then to become a light worker. And then to become a light worker. To see such dark things and then to become a light worker. Why? Why? But I realized that the darkness benefited me. You see, they associate darkness with evil. And I'm not an evil person. But you see, I can spot evil because I grew up amongst evil people in the sense of, not evil in the sense of religion, no. Evil in the sense of darkness. You see, I've seen the darkness. I've seen the people that are diseased. People in the hood and in the ghettos are the sickest people on the planet. The people that are in the hood and the ghettos because the vibration is low in the hood and in the ghettos. And this is strategically done. This is strategically done. If you go to the hood, just like people always say, you're going to see a liquor store on every corner. You're going to see a church on every corner. And most people would think, well, the church should be uplifting, brother. Seeing a church on every corner, that's uplifting. That's not uplifting. No, that's not uplifting. Because it's a church on every corner and you look at all the lower vibrational things that go on around the church, it makes you wonder what is the church's affiliation with the lower vibrational things that go on in the hood, where the church is at. You see, the church is responsible for the things that go on in the hood because they're there. You see, so if their church is there and it's lower vibrational things going on around the church, then guess what? That church is lower vibrational as well. That church is lower vibrational as well, because if the church isn't taking part of uplifting the community, then the church is a part of the problem. And they're a part of the lower vibration. So yes, the churches and the liquor stores on every corner is a sign of being in the hood. And that's a sign of the lower vibrational things that take place there. You see, most of the hoods are red. They have a red aura. Most of the hoods across the ghettos have what's called a red aura, a lower vibrational aura. It's a lot of sex, a lot of selfish things going on in the hood. And it's a reason for that. It's strategically done. And the people in the hood, regardless to your race, color, creed, there's people in the hoods that are European. There's people in the hoods that are so-called black. You see, so it doesn't matter your race. There's so-called Chinese people that are hood. I've seen hood people all over. You know what I'm saying? I've been around Jewish people that were hood. So niggas are all over. And it's a reason why I myself had to grow up amongst niggas and grow up amongst the darkness. You see, I grew up amongst the darkness and I'm able to see and spot darkness when it's coming. You see, being a light worker, people are going to come at you. People are going to test you and they're going to try to destroy you. And the further up you go on the ladder of light working, you're going to be faced with a dark foe or a competitor. And you're going to have to face that foe and you're going to have to defeat them so that you can go to the next level, or they're going to defeat you. But you're going to be tested every time you go to a certain level. You're going to be tested on that level. You see, and the darkness in me and the things that I seen from growing up in the hood has benefited me, because I know that people are sick. And I know in their sickness, sometimes you may have to go as far as destroying them. You may have to go as far as destroying them just to heal them. Some sicknesses are so bad that they have to be totally annihilated. They have to be totally eliminated and destroyed. And sometimes you have to destroy them as a person to heal them. This is what I mean by destroying them. Sometimes you have to destroy a person. That's a part of light work too. And people don't want to hear that. See, they want to hear all the love and the truth and to give them truth and feed them love. There's something called tough love. You see, you don't know nothing of love, because I said love comes from the sixth dimension. When you think about that, you're like, well, the sixth dimension is full of light. You can't even see the sixth dimension because it's dark. The sixth dimension is dark to you. It's very dark. It's filled with light, but it's lights that you can't see, so they appear as dark to you. So I've seen the darkness, and I'm able to work with the darkness and make it turn into light. You see, so that's why I said I'm a light worker and a dark worker. It's because I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood, and I've seen all the hood shit, and you'll be surprised with how people are going to test you once you take up this sojourn. You know what I'm saying? You say you want to be a light worker, people are going to test you. You walking down a path, and people are going to, it's automatic. You have to be, you're going to have a foe. How will a soldier know his strength unless he or she has a foe? You see, you have to be a soldier and a warrior to be a light worker. As I said before on the other light worker video I did, you have to be a soldier and a warrior, and you're going to be tested with a foe every time. So I'm from the hood, and I'm just putting this message out here because I get tested. See, I'm not going to really reveal what's going on behind the scenes, but I get tested. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people that don't want to see this happen. I'm just letting you guys know that it's a lot of people that don't want to see even this video right now happen. You know what I'm saying? I get tested every day, but I'm from the hood, and I've learned another thing from being from the hood, and that's I don't give a fuck. You can't give a fuck when you do light work. Now I know you're like, hold on, you gotta love people. And if you're gonna love people, you have to give a fuck. Loving is giving a fuck. That's what loving is, right? No, you have it all twisted. You have it all twisted, because love is divine, and you have to be detached. Not giving a fuck translates to detachment, which is a sixth chakra event. You see, you have to become detached. You work for the people, you help the people on a detached level, meaning that, because at any time they could turn on you. The people are like dogs. It's like you help them, but you still keep your pistol on the side. You feel me? Like, it's the same thing. Like, you still stay strapped. You still keep your sword on the side. You know what I'm saying? So I have a very warrior-like mentality when it comes to being a light worker. Like, I mean, I'm down to take care of my business, if you know what I mean, to do this work. I'm down to do that. And that's the type of mentality that you have to have. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do this work, that's the type of mentality you got to have, especially being a light worker from the hood. So this message is definitely for those light workers that's from the poverty-stricken communities, the hoods. It's a reason why you were around all of this lower vibrational stuff. See, people from the hood are sick, and disease makes you act crazy. Like if you have a disease inside of you, people don't realize this. Like, if you're sick, you're going to start acting crazy. Like, if you got gout, say for instance, you got gout, right? Gout hurts. It's a very painful disease. And when you get in pain, you start to act grouchy because you're in pain. You don't like feeling that. So you start to act grouchy, you start to take that out on people. And I'm used to being around that. I'm used to being around people that are diseased and sick and lower vibration. I know that they're diseased and sick, and that's why they act the way they act. See, people act crazy and stuff like that. People from the hood and niggas from the hood act crazy, which are really nagas from the hood. So you can turn the niggas into nagas. So you can turn anything that's destructive into something constructive. But I'm going to do a video on nagas. But the niggas from the hood are sick. That's why they act the way they do. You know what I'm saying? The disease and the poison affects your brain. It causes you to act a certain kind of way. So you really got to know what you're getting yourself into when you decide that you want to help the people and heal the people. You have to be a warrior. You see, a real healer, anyone that can heal you, has the power to kill you. You have to learn Ma'at. There's the opposite to everything. You see, you have life, you have death, you have light, you have dark. So to be a light worker, you have to master the dark. And I'm glad that I came from the darkness. I've seen everything that goes on in the hood. In my family, I've seen everything that goes on in the hood, within my family and on the outside. So it's nothing that you can bring at me that I haven't seen. So what gives me my insight, what gives me my foresight is being from the hood. Honestly, because being from the hood, and then, you know what I'm saying, and on top of that, running the streets gives you a certain level of foresight and insight. You always know how to get out of a thing when you're from the hood and you run the streets, because you're always thinking on the move. So when the police about to hit, you already got your exit route. You have to be. That's why I always say, to be a real live criminal, you have to be intelligent. You have to be more intelligent than the average person to be a real life criminal. And it's the same thing. Like, so being from the hood and from the streets, I seen a lot. And like I said, I was a ghetto intellect. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't go into that here, but I'm doing a song on one of my I'm putting out a CD. It's going to be called Ghetto Intellect. You know, so I was a ghetto intellect. So yeah, I did the hood stuff and ran with some pretty rough guys, you know what I'm saying, in my day, but at the same time I was intelligent. So I extracted a lot of information and learned a lot from the hood. So I know why I was born into the situation that I was born into. I mean, I know why I was born into the situation that I was born into. And at first I used to get upset, like I said, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it was my situation, and everything happens for a reason. I was born into that so that I could take those dark experiences and know them, so that when I got into my light work, I would be able to spot bullshit. Because, I mean, many people have come to me, they talk about that they want to work on projects with me, and they want to do this, and they want to do that, but they really on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You got to spot that, because people don't want to see you. A lot of people don't want to see you make it to the next level, because it challenges them. Like, it challenges their comfort zone. So like, if they see you free and you making it to the next level and you're helping people, and they might not really be on the level you are, it's challenging them, it's making them feel bad. So the thing that would make them feel comfortable is to see you come down, because when they bring you down, then that makes them feel up again, because they're like, oh yes, you fell, damn, you was making me scared type of shit, I gotta bring you down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's deep, man. Like, and that's the sickness. That's, you got to know that you're going into that from the beginning. So if you're really gifted in what you do and talented in what you do, you get success, you know that the dark lords or the overlords are coming, and they're going to try to bring you down to make themselves feel pumped up, because they're like, you almost passed me up, I want you to pass me up. See, it's an ego, and it's going to happen. So it's like, you can't even really be the victim about it. It's going to happen. So, and just being from the hood just really helped me with that. Really helped me to be able to spot a diseased person, and to be able to deal with that diseased person on that level. Dealing with women in the hood has really helped me to heal women in general, because I've had so many relationships with women. That's helped me to heal a lot of women. So women come at me with different problems, and I've had certain formulas that I've came up with from my past relationships and helping to heal women with herbs. So I basically give these women those particular formulas to help them with those situations or whatever. So, I mean, I've used everything in my life and all my life experiences to benefit me, and even in darkness. Let the darkness serve you. Let the darkness serve you. And like I said, I mean, being from the hood, I've seen a lot, man. I mean, I've seen a lot. The uncles on crack. I mean, I've had all of those experiences. And I'm just putting this information out because I want people to know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you see me on here and I talk about a lot of high metaphysical stuff, but I'm from the hood, man. Like, I'm from the hood or whatever. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've lived in, I wasn't born in downtown Cincinnati. I was actually born outside of Cincinnati. I wasn't born in the city of Cincinnati, but at the age of 5 years old, they moved me to downtown Cincinnati, and that changed my life. Like, I know what niggas are capable of. You know what I'm saying? I seen all of the nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been affiliated with street organizations as a teenager. I started a street organization as a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So don't come at me with no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen it all. Like, people, they see me and they see my image and they think, oh, he's such a innocent looking guy, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's another side to that. You know what I'm saying? I choose to live in the light, and I choose to be a pure person, but I could easily flip it and be on the dark side because I've seen the dark side. And I'm not saying that because I want to flip it. No, I'm just saying that to say that I know my other side, and I let that serve me in the light, though. So when I see people, because like a lot of times you're going to be confronted with people in the light that are going to come at you in the path of the light, on the light side, with dark shit, with nigga shit, with bullshit, and you're going to have to know how to deal with that. Like, just because you're on this path of light and you're dealing with a different group of people, don't forget those people that are from the hood. Don't forget about where you came from. I ain't gonna never forget where I came from. I'm never gonna forget where I came from. So, I mean, even being from the hood helped me when it came to, because like you hear me talk about a lot of ET information. You hear me talk about a lot of like meditation and spiritual information and crossing dimensions and stuff like that. But even being from the hood has helped me with that, because one of the main things that you learn when you get into like really meditating, you have to be detached. And remember I said being from the hood made me to be in a way to where I don't give a fuck. Like, in hindsight, meaning that I'm detached. Not I don't give a fuck in a sense that I don't care, about helping the people. If that was the case, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, because I could be doing a lot of other things. So of course I care because I'm offering information, but it's like you can't give a fuck to the point where you are attached to that person accepting the information. See, a lot of people, they have friends and family that they want to accept information, as far as like conscious information and high spiritual information. Spiritual science is what I call it. They have friends that basically they want to accept the spiritual science, but at the same time you got to be detached. You really can't give a fuck. You offer it to them, but at the same time you have to be detached from it, meaning that at the same time you still going to go on your journey, no matter if they accept it or not. You still keep moving. You know what I'm saying? You still keep doing what you have to. You still keep doing what you have to do. You can't really give a fuck about what's going on in this world. This is the Matrix, and your friends are caught up in the Matrix. So if you're giving a fuck about what's going on with them to a sense of the Matrix, on the level of them being caught up in the Matrix, then you're just as caught up. If you're really in love with your friends, you would move on so that you could be that example to them and show them, like, look, you don't have to be stuck in the Matrix. Look, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? You can get here too. I came from where you came from, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you show love. You know what I'm saying? You can, like I said, there's a dark side to love even. You have to learn how to let the darkness serve you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm from the hood. I just want to put that out there so you can't get over on me. People come at me with programs that are really, you know what I'm saying, basically really in essence, they essentially want to use me in the name of coming up with some program. I see through bullshit. I know you're just basically essentially trying to use me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting that out there, and people that's listening to this, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about, and I don't care if you hit the dislike button. I don't care, because this, like I said, I keep it real, and I put everything out there in public. So I've dealt with a lot of situations, and like I said, I thank the universe, and myself for incarnating into this situation and being from the hood, because being from the hood, I've seen it all. So I would never play the victim. Like, majority of the friends that I grew up with are dead. Like, half of my friends are dead. Some of the people that I knew, you know what I'm saying, like from being in different street organizations, and just even from being in high school in general, some of those people are dead. So that's the type of life that I come from, just to let people know. Like, so that's why I always tell people, like, people always try to say it's all good, it's all love, and you just gotta be happy and peace and joy and all of that. Yeah, you do gotta be that, but at the same time, don't forget about the negativity. Don't forget about the anger. Don't forget about those emotions. Let those emotions serve you. Don't suppress them and just always be, that's religious. I'm always happy. Like, even when something bad happens to you, still try to act like you happy. Nah, fuck that. You have to even when something negative happens to you, that's energy. You have to express that. You have to send that energy out there. It has to go somewhere, because if you don't, it's going to turn into a dis-ease. So that's what I'm saying. I've seen everything. I've seen everything from just being from the hood. And I know why people from the hood are the way they are. And I thank my hood experiences. I'm glad that I experienced these things. I really do, because they really do serve me. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, is just having things to serve you. So the only thing, I mean, really what we can do, those light workers that come from the hood, the only thing we can do is really just show them a better way and just be an example. That's the only thing we really can do. At the end of the day, you can't make a person change. Like they say, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink. You can't make the horse drink that water. So, and if you attach to that, that's holding you down. That's negative energy. If you're attached to that horse drinking the water as a teacher, like you, okay, say for instance, you teaching the horse, go drink that water, and the horse don't do it, you can't be upset. You can't be upset. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem that a lot of teachers have, and a lot of just light workers and people that's helping people have, is they get upset, they get emotionally attached or whatever. So you can't worry about what people think. If you really want to be successful in being a light worker, you have to be detached. You have to be light. In order to be light, you have to be detached. When you're attached to something, that makes you heavy. So when you're attached to your friends and family and wondering about what they're going to think, you're probably not going to be successful. To really be successful in this, you have to be willing to let go of everything. Like everything. Like, it's a Taoist principle that basically says that this will be a beautiful day to die. Like, that's a Taoist principle. This will be a beautiful day to die. You have to be willing to die to be a light worker, meaning that, see, it's easy to just die physically, kill yourself. No, not kill yourself. You have to be willing to die of everything in your past and say, I'm living this life now, and give up all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you'll become successful at it. That's when you become successful at it. You have to give your life to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and serve the people. That's when you become successful at it. But in a sense of serving the people, giving them what they need. Sometimes you have to give them what they want. You know what I'm saying? And then mix it up with what they need. But ultimately, you have to give them what they need. And sometimes people need that fire. Sometimes people need that heat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people need a good ass kicking. You know You know what I'm saying? It's called tough love. You know what I'm saying? It's called tough love. And that's the type of family that I come from. I mean, that's one positive thing I can say about my bloodline is we have a very strong bloodline, like especially on my father's side, like very strong bloodline when it comes to that tough love thing. Like it ain't gonna be no easy love here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no easy love here. So yeah, I'm a nice guy overall. I'm just letting people know I'm a nice guy overall. Definitely here to help the people, but don't think you can get over on me. I know how to spot bullshit. I know how to spot bullshit. And to those light workers out there that are doing this work, you need to learn how to spot it too. So that's going to do it for me. I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching. And until we meet again, I'll leave you all in peace and love.